Everybody in my family spoke Kiowa. My grandparents, my aunts, and my uncles, and my mom and dad, and that's the language they spoke. That's how I came to speak Kiowa. And the saying, I got it from my grandmother, is that you need to go to school and learn the ways of these people and do better than those people. Therefore, our language is having to be taught again because they wanted you to go to school and to learn and to compete with everybody else around them. Elders, grandmothers, great-grandmothers are supposed to have the time to sit and teach all the young ones. Today, we haven't really taught our children. I haven't had time to try to teach in both English and Kiowa. That's why we're having to teach Kiowa here, and a lot of people are interested in knowing it. They've got all the books for people to see, because when you read it, there's no sound there, so you don't know how it's really supposed to be spoken. And they just need someone to show them the mouth and the sounds that come out of your mouth for a particular word. In a Kiowa word in which you have an N, that you don't say the N, like tone. Tone means water. We didn't have an alphabet, so you would spell it like T-O-H-N, with the H-N meaning you don't say tone, you say tone. That's the signal that you don't say the N, but you have that sound of N, like that. It comes in your nose. There's another sound that we have that's a clicking sound. Like I always say that if you were a farmer and you're trying to make your horses go fast, you go like that. And there are words that have that sound in it. And there are words that I call hard T's. It's difficult for you to read a word that says T, that has the T's to start it. When it's what I call a hard T, it's not a D and it's not a T. It's a D sound, like Do San Ha. See that's my name. Do San Ha is my Kiowa name. Do San Ha means I'm coming home. Do is home or your house. San is has come. Do San Ha has come. That the ha is just is coming. T-O, if you were to read in English, you'd say that was to. You wouldn't give it the t sound. That's a hard sound. And the other the sound is when I do like a CX. I use the X in my writing to make that clicking sound. The hymn singers, the young people that are learning it in this day and age, God is da-ki. I have heard youngsters, I call them youngsters, my son and age 60 and older, when they see it as the K-E, they'll say da-ki, or they'll say da-ki. Well, da-ki is Sunday, church day. Ki is day, daytime. Ki can mean several things. One is God, and he's a man. Ki can also be meat, cow meat. When I hear da-ki, I want to hear that everybody to know that's God and not meat or not husband. That's also ki, da-ki. And that's hard for them when you're singing to get that out and to get it, if you don't hear it and know it. Let's see, how many did I go through? 3? The T, for instance, when you say ta-toi, for instance, you have a hard T sounding there. as opposed to tante. That's a soft T. That sound, like tsang-he. See how that tsang-he means dog. If you were to spell it, tsang-he, you might want to put an S-A-N, but that would be sane when you're reading it phonetically or reading it in English. So it needs to be written, I write it T-S, tsang, for instance, that is horse. And you just learn it. That's just how you learn to say it. And learn how to distinguish between the two. Because someone who doesn't know the language, doesn't know the word for dog, doesn't know for the word for horse, you just need to memorize all those different sounds and know what it means. Growing up and sitting at the table, you learn the phrases, pass the salt, pass the bread, pass the meat. Hate means would you, or getting attention. Gi, see, now there's not the hard like ki or ki, it's gi. The gi is meat. Tazo, like T-A-H-T-S-O, so toward, yeah, me. Pass the meat to me. I start saying the gi to me. Autant I, that's salt. Autant I, see that T, that's the word for white. Autant I, and both those, the tone starts with a soft T, and then the I you add for the salt. That's salt. Or cho seonga, that's pepper. Cho seonga, cho sein. That's saying to me is a smell. Onga, onga to me means it's good. Cho seonga ta so ya pass it to me. Give it to me. Ya bread is aba. Aba. Gal aba ya means give me some bread. Gal aba ya is to give. The word for butter was bala. There wasn't a word for butter. They didn't have butter in the olden days. And a lot of little words like that's taken from English but made Kiowa to make it. The old, they couldn't speak English. Haw, H-A-W, haw is yes. When you're listening to a story that somebody's telling you, in Kiowa especially, you have to say ha to tell them that you're still awake. You say ha, that's yes. Ha, nay, H-A-W-N-A-Y, nay, is no. Oh, nay, you'd say no, no, no. And I have a little play on words. You're asking a question. Ha, 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 nay. Is it yes or is it no? Ha, 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 nay. Now, the first ha is not the yes word. That's meant is it. You just know it. There is no difference in the pronunciation. But you do ha. That's your question, is it? Ha, 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 nay. Is it yes or is it no? So I say that a lot of times when I ask a question. All right, is it yes or is it no? Can I go to the movie, or can I go shopping, or can I go spend money? Goy. See, now that's a hard. It's not a koi. It's not a koi. It's goy. It's hard in your throat here. Goy. Goy ma da. I am a Kiowa. Ha goy ma im da. I'm asking you a question. Ha goy ma e. Ma e is woman. Are you a Kiowa? Aim you da are. Ha goy ma e aim da. All day means very special. If it's matan, that's girl. Ode tali, that's boy. They're so special you don't let their feet touch the ground. So my feet are firmly on the ground, so I'm not an ode mai. The differences between the families, the paternal and the maternal, you have a different word for each one. Now, I think grandfathers on both sides, you still call them conte. And for grandmothers, when it's your father's mother, you call her tali. When it's your mother's mother, you call her tante. That's the two differences, so that you know when you speak of tali, you are speaking of your father's mother. When you say tante, you're speaking of your mother's mother, and you're supposed to call them by tali. And if I say tali, I'm talking about my tali, my grandmother on my dad's side of the family. Tsa-i. Tsa is your aunt. On your father's side, my mother's sisters, we called a mother, ga-goi. You learn that. It's just something you learn. I don't think we ever went to school to learn. You were taught that by the elders. Ga-goi, that's mother. And ta-toi, that's father. Ta for brother. When it's your sister, you call them pi. Pi. See that pronunciation of if you read it and it tells you what it is, it's a p sound. I guess I could refer you to Gifts of Pride and Love, because I did write a piece in there explaining about mothers and fathers and aunts and uncles and nephews and little brothers. It's interesting, really interesting, the great-grandchildren that come along. They're called little brother or little sister, depending. And on both sides, that's what you are to everybody. So you can go into a room somewhere and have lots of mothers, lots of brothers and sisters, lots of grandmas and grandpas. So I always love to be Kiowa, because when you go to a dance, a church meeting, it's filled with all your mothers and fathers and aunts and uncles and brothers and sisters. If it's somebody you haven't seen in a long time, I would say, "De on de aim bon." How wonderful it is to see you. Hega aim oi bon da. Hega means I will see you again. De on de. That day, I would spell it D-A-Y. O-H-N, O with a hyphen, D-A-Y, on day. De on day, aim. That means, aim means you. Bon, B-O-H-N. You've got the nasal sound, but you don't say the N sound. You just do the nasal sound. De on day, aim bon. Or de on day for each and one of you. De on day, ma-tan. How wonderful it was for you all to come. For a single person, you'll say aim. When it's for everybody, you say ma. That's plural for aim. Aim tsan. How wonderful it was that you came. Tsan is came. Come. Haga higo. Haga aim oi bonta. I will see you again. There is no word for goodbye. My grandmother, my Tali, who couldn't speak in English except goodbye. She used to say goodbye. It was always kind of cute. How did I learn Kiowa? Because I am Kiowa. I'm not was, I still am. And trying to keep up the words, it's very difficult in this world we live in today, because unless you're working at the Kiowa complex or at the hospital or someplace, you're not going to need Kiowa. Kiowas want to learn Kiowa. And so hence, it's wonderful that they're doing this project. Aho de yan that means I will give you my thanks.